My name is Avi Zinder, and I'd like to tell you about my collection of poetry, Damned Rivers. Damned Rivers works within the genre of eco-poetry and with the genre of mythologically inspired epic stories. The poems within the collection attempt to present a criticism of environmental and mythological narratives that surround rivers, especially those in the Northeast United States. Originally, this project was going to be on a wide scope of rivers and myths, but over time I moved to work with the rivers from the American Northeast and Greek underworld that I was the most comfortable with. The poetry is inspired by the way I understand climate change and the stakes involved. The device of rivers is used, in part, as a smaller case study to understand why and how people react to pollution and disrupted natural spaces in dissonant ways. The poems use the scientific language of the study of rivers to distance the language from more metaphorical words with deep connotations and wide denotations, choosing language that is specific in denotation instead. By offering the most specific language I can, I am attempting to limit the scope of the narratives my poems themselves build. The project is inspired by stories of catabasis that draw heavily on Greek myth, such as Dante's Inferno and Paradise Lost, as well as other collections of poetry, such as Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass. The cynical outlook present in the poems was shaped by the essays The Trouble with Wilderness by William Cronin and Greenwashing Marvel by Brendan Projic. I'm going to read Of Beginnings and Ends with the American Eel, the introductory poem of the collection, which questions how origins function within the context of nature systems, and Upon the Stygian Bay, wherein the crossing of the threshold into the underworld is recontextualized into traveling up the river Styx with the Jersey Devil, and examining the way that river travel has changed alongside the rivers themselves. Of Beginnings and Ends with the American Eel. To begin upon a beginning holds no favor to Anguilla rostrata, American eel spinning, in layers of algal strata, or deeper still in rifts of spawning continental lava. To begin upon the ocean mists and live as leptocephali, awash in the gyre's shifts. A glass body is a sliver of a glass ocean. A glass eel is a sliver of a glass body. The catadromous glass eel has no home. Or, like the tortoise immortal, they live an embodied home. The elver will climb a waterfall like the great carp, but never reach the dragon's gate. For the yellow eel Epicurean, the most perfect life is to wait. For the yellow eel brown, the most perfect life is to murk. For the yellow eel, indeed, all of the deepest, most saturated, most inundated, most soaked with polychlorinated biphenyl depths are given. For him the ocean calls now. For her the ocean will call later. For they will never know, until silver eel leaves for the end. It does not yet know how. It will not end upon an end, nor end at all, but begin anew, with the ocean, an old friend, embracing with that gyric screw. Upon the Stygian Bay. Many greetings, my new friend. Do not be alarmed. My name is the Devil of Leeds Point, but I mean you no harm. I know you wish to travel, so you've come to the right place. So hold your guts and grab on, and lend hands for this old schooner's race. Now grasp beneath the gunwale, warm waters in cold seas will catch on the spring tide's tail, and from this vastness flee. Let me hold on to my deep pouch there. Let me shoe my dexter hoof. We're heading for the cataracts, and the water might be rough. Wasn't rough at all, you say? That was no slip and slide? Even the gates of hell are laid, all smooth by the army course tide. Between the devil and the deep blue sea, Not at all, my friend, for this sea's brown and burnt, and it has a source and end. Fine to starboard is the Chevy plant, wide to port side the Minotaur. Orange skies and oil-stinking trees just means we cannot be far. Are you ready to sail the Stygian waste? Where's your tip for the old ferryman? Look how the dead congeal on the shore, as if they were reeds in a stand. Here the shades run invasive, here the beaches run out of sand. The incoming dead find their places in a boat altogether more grand than the Staten Island ferry, sovereign of the living North River. Charon's boat is 15 decks tall, and outchurns that gassy loud liver. At 15 decks tall and 620 feet sparred, we'll have to watch out all the same. But that is the fun of sneaking to hell in a fattened old schooner half lame. Now that we have passed by Charon and the Judge Kings of Crete and Long Island, on those downhauls I'd like you to haul in. It's time we set you on some dry land. We lack any license to travel this hell. Your vigor serves you no use. To that end, let's dock here at Tyson's. They still will not travel and chicken refuse. To leave, you must find some other way out, though I still will be your gracious guide. Perhaps there is a way further, I say with some doubt. Nonetheless, this devil's here for the ride. This has been Damned Rivers. Thank you very much.